Welcome to Storybook, bitch! It's really hot in this room right now and I'm sweating, so I'm sorry if I like get really oily throughout this video. Episode starts off with evil Regina. I was a little not liking Regina just for a little bit. I mean, come on. That guy was about to get married, his whole family was there and just worked his heart out.
Evil Regina, man.
I know, but I'm not used to it. When Regina and Robin are talking at a bar, so this is clearly right after the last episode left off because Lily and Emma are still at the apartment. How did that conversation go afterwards? She's pregnant. Oh my god, okay, let's just all calm down. Okay, is it okay if me and Robin just go across the street, we just have a drink and talk this over? Can you guys just stay here and watch Zelena?
Make sure she doesn't do anything crazy, you know what she's like.
Yeah. She's like, oh, go ahead. I'll be waiting here with the baby.
Shut up, Zelena.
Yeah, alright, well, let's go. Like, is that how they just...
They're in the bar.
They're in the bar talking about it. My favorite line that, well, there are a lot of good lines, but when the, Rumple and the author are sitting at Granny's, and he's like, what is this? Rumple, unimpressed. It's a bagel. Is it now?
Hook walks in immediately after.
This is why I hate this place. Rumple hates his life. Hook's like, hey buddy, what's up guys? Emma like texts Hook. She's like coming back with Robin, Zelena, and Lily. Hook's like, first thing I gotta do, rub this in Rumple's face.
Early on in the episode, it's just like a theory, a little bit of a theory I made, but now I'm not sure if it's true or not. I think Zelena might be faking it about the baby. The way she was like taunting Emma and
Regina.
No,
oh, Lily.
Lily. Back at like Neil's apartment.
She's like, oh, the baby kicked.
Yeah, it seems like she might be like kind of like faking it, but she's not gonna reveal that until like the right moment.
I liked Cora's return. I hated her back in season 2 because she was just messing up everything, but it's nice to see her back, and I think she's like a really good villain. I thought it was really sad how Regina drank that potion to make herself not have a child, and it kind of ties in with what she was talking about with Robin at the beginning of the episode, how she was saying that Robin and Zelena are going to share something that she'll never share with him, and I didn't think much of it, but after she drank the potion, I remembered.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like, I found it funny how like every time they cut back from like a scene between with Regina and Cora or whatever, it'd go back to Regina like in Storybrooke, and she'd kind of be sitting there as if she was just thinking about it, and I just imagine like that whole time that's been passing by where she's just sitting there not doing anything, like at the bus stop with Lily, like wow, this bus does take a while. Contemplating her life, like all the choices she'd make. Poof of purple smoke. Yeah.
That was so funny. And she had like crazy eyes. Cut this girl's arm open.
I imagine in another life in Storybrooke that like Regina would just use that purple smoke stuff to like transport people around.
What?
Like some sort of like Uber, and people just call her up and she's like, alright. Like there's a lot going on in this episode, but it's like I'm having a hard time finding it memorable, like trying to remember it all.
That's true. It wasn't a memorable episode. Even now thinking about it, I'm like, what even happened?
It kind of felt like filler and sort of just answering a few questions to kind of get things ready for the season finale.
When Rumple was saying the Dark One can't die, but Rumpelstiltskin can.
I assume that meant like the Dark One's essence can be passed on to someone else. But Rumple himself, like the embodiment, can die, kind of thing.
Regina had the quill, and she had like the ink thing, but she's like, come on, author, let's go. But can't she just like cut Lily herself and like write it herself? Because he's assigned being the author, he has to write it in what goes.
Yeah. I think he has to use it.
Oh, I thought it was just like the ink and the quill, like whoever writes.
I'm sure it has some sort of magical properties, and they have to be all linked together.
Lily and Maleficent reuniting, that was really nice. I like how Maleficent didn't want revenge, becoming good now.
Yeah, she's actually making Lily look
bad.
Worse. Yeah, like bad.
And Maleficent was always a misunderstood villain because it never really showed her being evil back in Storybrooke, not that I can recall. I feel like she was just always like misconstrued, and she was always put in like a weird position.
Like Maleficent was more angry than evil most of the time.
I like how she's like, she wants a relationship with Lily and whatnot. So Lily turns into a dragon. Anyway, she's like laying in the grass, and she's like, she looks just like me. Where
the scales are and the way her horns come up.
Yeah.
How awkward of a car ride was that between like Charming, Snow, and Maleficent?
Yeah. It would be funny if Maleficent was in the middle. Alright, let's talk about Captain Swan.
Okay.
So, I feel like it's been a really long time since I like fangirled or like freaked out over Captain Swan. But literally when I just like need a second to like breathe and just like collect my thoughts right now because I'm just like so okay. So like when they were like I don't even know what to say right now.
I think you're very caught off guard by it.
I'm just like when they were just like the way they were I like literally don't even know what to say. Like I literally don't have any words. Okay. When they were sitting and like the way Hook, she was just like looking at the horizon and like the way he was sitting, he was facing her and he had like his legs like around
her. What did they talk about?
Okay, so what they talk about, thanks for getting me on track. It's not even what they talked about, it's just like the positioning. It's like, they're just like sitting like near the water, they're just like, you know, her hand is on like his leg and he's just like, you know, he's staring at her, he's like looking all sexy and she's just like, you know, like I'm not evil, like now we can have a happy ending. You know, Swan, your parents. Let's take this in how Emma forgave her parents and it is only because of Hook. If it was not for Hook, and I don't care what none of y'all say, because if it was not for Hook, she would have not forgiven her parents. Maybe eventually, yeah, but it's because of Hook. It's because of Hook. Any words to say about that?
Good guy.
When he was talking about, I don't even know what he was saying because it's all a blur, but she was saying like, oh, she's like, I like it. I like it when people find like the good in their hearts. And she was just like looking at him and she met him and he was just like smiling and like, I was expecting an I love you, or I was expecting some like kissing and like I was like, this is it. Like there were so many things going through my mind. I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna say I love you. Oh my god, no. This is the episode. This is the episode that they're gonna have sex. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It didn't, but this was so good. And then like the scene where she was like talking to Emma and stuff like that, and like if you look in the corner, like Hook was like clenching his fist the whole time and I think he was getting ready to fight in case like anyone hurt Snow or Charming again. Even when Charming like looked up at him, he's like, thanks bro.
He did that whole like talk to Emma and I feel like he was, first of all, he's talking for his girlfriend's parents. And then, you know, Charming's like, thanks bro. And Hook's like, no problem, Dad. Like, whoa, I was not ready for that. I was in Thor.
Can Hook please call Charming Dad now?
He goes play like softball with him. They start like playing catch.
He's like,
here you go, Dad. Sorry, Swan. I'm going to hang out with Dad today. Take me to the movies. We're gonna watch Hook. Later, we're gonna watch Thor. He says he was in it. So at the end, you know, Zelena's been in this little jail type thing for a while. I don't know how they were planning on keeping her alive and like feeding the baby properly while she's in there, but. So, I guess she wasn't going to be there for a while. Regina gets a hold of the author. Rumple's heart's having issues. He needs to quit smoking because it's pure black. So she's got the author. And the author's all giddy and stuff, but like excited to write. It's like, yeah, I'll help you out. Yeah. Cool. This is going to be fun. I'll write off this character that no one likes. You know, it's really, you know, I love your character, Regina. You're my favorite to write about.
I'm a huge fan, Regina.
So much build up, like, you know, Regina's obviously implying she's going to write out Zelena, so she doesn't exist. Now there's a baby, obviously, for that sake. If they were going to get rid of Zelena that way, that's a very good way of doing it without making it seem like any taboo subject, like getting rid of the baby in a bad way. It's like Zelena never existed to begin with. Author's like, fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like, how can you take the you take the author and you build him up and he's like, well, fuck you guys, you're not gonna like use me. I'm sitting here between you. I have to watch you make out with Robin Hood. Outlaw Queen fans were redeemed in one episode.
Yay!
So that's good for you guys.
Yeah, and that was an open mouth kiss. Who thought it was a good idea, I guess Regina, to give the author the ink and the quill and just leave him there? Because there was a reason he was trapped in the book in the first place, because he's a bad, you know, he's a bad author. He has no self-control. When
Zelena was debating over the whole thing, I feel like she could have ran over and like did something like rip up all the pages or like throw the book out the window or break the quill.
Although I'm disappointed that they didn't, because it would have been really interesting for the author to write Zelena out. I like how it was Regina
did on her own.
She came to self-realization that, you know, she's her own happy ending. And how she said that Robin is just like a part of it, that was really cute. I like that. I think that is the best way, just in terms of the whole series and just Regina's character. I think that is the best way to redeem her for everything, for her to realize on her own and for her to give herself her own happy ending and not having to rely on magic or having to rely on the author or whatever, but she did it on her own.
Yeah, she's like, you know what? You know, we're gonna have full custody. You can visit us on weekends. They're gonna give birth, and it's gonna be the author.
What?
Like the author now, but in baby form. Like, whoa!
It's like the baby, like the author's head.
No, not the author's head now on the baby, but like the author as a baby.
Are they gonna know it's the author?
I have the same haircut.
Long eyelashes and like thick eyebrows.
Yeah.
He has like nice eyes.
Yeah, I like the author. He's cool.
Yeah, he has nice eyes and he's like so like expressive. The Heroes and Villains book. So Rumple's creating like his own book and it's just gonna like rewrite everything.
I thought originally he was gonna be like, can you please get rid of these heart problems? Then we can do what we need to do.
The author was like, are you okay? He's like, don't touch me. No one touches Rumple. I think the author and Rumple's dynamic is so funny because the author is just so like quirky and like trying to be careful around Rumple, but like everything he does annoys him so much.
Yeah.
Promo for next episode.
Despite like the characters switching around and stuff, it was an exciting promo to watch.
If the heroes become villains and the villains become heroes, what happens to Hook and Regina? Because they are villains, but they are now good. I wonder if they're gonna still be themselves.
Well, obviously Henry's gonna save the day.
We're so excited for Henry.
I want to see him excel.
By the way, I just got Snapchat because I'm a dinosaur, and I know this was a huge thing probably 2 years ago, last year, but I just got it and I'm really into it, so I tweeted it. But if you guys want to see our reactions, it's kind of hard to do reactions because like I don't want to like say my reaction on Snapchat during the episode because like I try to save it for the video. But if you want to see like snaps of us and like when we film and stuff like that, then
yeah,
follow. Is that how it is? Follow or add?
We're still trying to figure out how to use this.
Yeah.
I don't know Snapchat at all.
Add my name right here. We will see you next week.
Adios.